Well, hello there and good evening, everyone. I miss you guys. I've been having problems at home with my internet service, and my laptop died on me. I do have a new computer now, but with all the rainstorm and everything that's going on right now, it's not going to work. So anyway, I'm on my phone, so just in case it want to cut off on me, I just make this short and brief. So I want to study out one of the women in the Bible. Her name is Rebekah. So I figure I'll do tonight, we'll do the outline and really give you the scriptures that I want you to read so that when we come together for part 2 of Miss Rebekah, we could actually read the story and know what's going on and have some of the thoughts that we want to go over in our mind. Okay, so let's get started before this phone cut off on me. Okay. Whew. Okay, so first of all, I wrote down, it started off, God had gave Abraham 3 promises, okay? 3 promises to Abraham. And number 1 was that your descendants will outnumber the stars. And number 2, he said, your descendants will possess and inhabit the lands of their enemies. And number 3, that all nations will be blessed through your seed. So our goal is to show how Rebekah fits in this plan. Okay? Now, these are the scriptures that I want you to take time and read. It goes from some of her birth and some of her life and really talks about some of her really true character. Okay? So I want you to read Genesis chapter 22, verses 23. That's just her birth. Genesis chapter 24, verses 1 through 67. Now pay attention in that one. There's some things going on at verse 21, 29. Let's see. Verse 47 and verse 50, 53. Those are a little bit more things that in her character that was showing. And verse 55. Okay? Then read Genesis chapter 25, verses 19 through 34. So Genesis 25, verses 19 through 34. Read Genesis chapter 26, verses 34 and 35. Read Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. Romans chapter 9, verse 10. Genesis chapter 28, verses 1 through 9. And that's it with the scriptures, okay? I want you to pay attention. Did Rebekah listen to God's plan? You know, in the story, you're going to find out Sarah was Rebekah's mother-in-law. And there's a few couple of things that sticks out to me about their character when it became, really listening to God. Pay attention to that. Also, it's a few things that her and Rebekah was kind of alike. And look at yourself and see how in your character do you resemble anything that's in, that goes on when it comes to listening to God. Do we listen to God or do we have our own plan? When we pray, do we listen to what the answer is, or when we don't get the answer that we see, do we think that God didn't hear us? What is your character trait like when it comes to prayer? Are we listening or are we missing the point? Okay? So I want you guys to take a time and just really go through those scriptures so when we come back together, we can read the story and we could talk about the outline. So we're going to call this Rebekah part 1, okay? And hopefully by that time our internet and everything will be fixed. And I love you guys. Please subscribe to the channel, spread it to your friends. Thank you so much for the ones that's been encouraging me, and don't forget to put comments of things you want us to work on. We got a lot of exciting things coming up, but we need our internet. Okay, I love you all, and thank you for joining me on A Sister's Trust. You guys, y'all have a great evening. Have a good night. Bye.